Hello, welcome to The Revealing. I'm your host, Pavoratii, and I'm here to discuss the Idaho 4 case. As a disclaimer, this channel is for entertainment purposes. These are my opinions. I'm not here to slander. I think I'm going to copy and paste that disclaimer in my description box. I think I've seen other people do that, and that will stop me from having to say that every time. But I don't know if that's if that's the right thing to do or not. Maybe somebody can let me know. But again, welcome to The Revealing. What I want to discuss today, now that I've got a clear handle on the case is going to be moved to Ada. John Judge is no longer going to be the judge. So we got the win in that fashion. But there's other questions now that have arisen that I cannot find the answer to. And I have, scoured through the Idaho criminal rules of procedure, and nothing gives me the answer to these questions. And these are some pressing questions. And as I began to ponder them, I started to get a little bit frustrated because this was the time that I was absolutely on the edge of my seat waiting for the fireworks to start shooting off. Why? Because, number one, the discovery deadline was September the 6th. I did a video about that right before September the 6th. And the discovery deadline was very important because there was many things out there that this judge has not ruled on that are very important to this case, and we would all like to know the answers to. And the discovery deadline was the catalyst for everything to start to fall into place. For example, the prosecution had never turned over the finished product of the CAST report from the FBI. They have actually tried to manipulate the CAST report on one occasion after the defense posted a partial alibi, and the defense caught them in that, and the defense clearly stated they weren't going to produce their complete alibi until they had a finished CAST report from the prosecution. So on September 6th, the prosecution's deadline to produce discovery, we're all waiting on that final CAST report from the FBI. So then the judge could have ruled on the ruling that he's never made, which is, can Brian Kohberger even post his full alibi statement? Because the prosecution vigorously argued against him being able to post an alibi statement at all after the last one, and we never got a ruling on it. So we were all waiting for all these things to happen, all the dominoes to fall. So the discovery deadline should have produced a CAST report, which should have produced the complete alibi statement that we all want to know. And then, obviously, the other aspects of the discovery deadline, like the missing videos that the Latah County Sheriff's Department, the Moscow Police Department won't turn over to the defense because it's probably showing exculpatory evidence. They collected it, but they don't have it from all the businesses there. Interesting. And let me tell you, if I've heard people say, well, no, they have it. They told her exactly where to go look for it. That is not how, that's not how a case works, all right? When it's discovery, the prosecution turns over the discovery. That's the evidence in the case. They turn it over to the defense. They don't say, hey, we know where that's at. It's at the, the locker over there at the MPD. Why don't you go over there and get with the clerk and see if they can find it for you? That's not, no, the prosecution turns it over to the defense. That has never happened. We didn't get rulings on any of that. But here's my question. I know I'm just kind of ranting on and on because I'm a little frustrated now. Is I cannot find in the criminal procedures who is going to be in charge of the outstanding motions that have not been ruled on by John Judge, the most procrastinating ruler in judicial history. So now, is he going to be the one ruling on all those things he didn't rule on? Or, because of the change of venue, do we have to wait for the new judge to be assigned, him to familiarize himself with all of the filings for the rulings that haven't been ruled on, and then rule on them? Because then we're talking about months. And who presides over the pretrial hearings between now and the trial? Is it all going to happen in Ada County now with the new judge? They're all going to travel every time there's a hearing on the motions? Or does John Judge continue to rule on the motions until the actual trial begins in Ada? I can't find the information for that anywhere, the procedure for that. So it's kind of frustrating because now that we know what's going to happen, we start to lose things that we relied upon. For example, one thing about John Judge is he did make all the hearings, except for a couple of them that they closed from the public, but most of the hearings were available. He had his little YouTube channel set up. We could watch all the hearings. Is that still going to be in play in Ada? They didn't televise the Chad Daybell trial. So is the Brian Kohberger trial going to be a closed trial as well? This is the kind of stuff that frustrates me. But if anybody has the answers to these questions that I'm presenting, please post them in my comments below, or heck, do a YouTube video, put it out there, because I'm sure we would all like to know the answers to these questions. Even the folks that usually only put videos out degrading Pavoratii. I would enjoy, if you know the answer, I'd listen to your take on it, because I want to know the answers to these things and I can't find them. I've even gone through mainstream media news outlets looking to see if maybe they had an insight. Nobody seems to. And that's just strange. You know, you would think that there was procedures in place for everything in cases like this. I mean, we know the prosecution's going to stay the same. So Santa Claus and his band of merry women, I guess, are going to be making that drive every time there's a hearing down to Ada County. Or maybe not. Maybe they still have it in Latah, and then he just makes the drive for the trial. I don't know, but I wish I knew the answers. Anybody that has the answers to these questions, please let me know. Post them in the comments. Make a video. I don't ask for much, but I would like that. The other thing I want to mention is the reason I did this video is because I would like the answers to those questions. And I guess I wanted everybody else to have those same questions in their mind that I do, so you can be just as frustrated as me. So I must just be spreading frustration today. But that's my thoughts on things right now. And until next time, Pavaratii's out.